This is the Chief and Shawn show, and we are live in the 405.
We're not live, but we are back.
We're live.
No, we're not. We are back.
And we're live.
Weekly, not live.
We're sort of live.
Okay, to everyone listening, or,
the people who are listening.
the few that listen, here's the deal. Speed Society is going to be hosting all of these podcasts. You're going to be seeing a ton from these guys. How big are they, Shawn?
It's the biggest automotive website in the world, and, they got a lot of cool shit.
Yeah, we're stoked to be working with guys like that for sure. Anytime we can align ourselves with other huge automotive people, this is perfect. So,
also, stop listening now and go and like it and comment on it, and the sooner you do that, hopefully, the more podcast episodes you'll hear.
yeah, the Crow 405, Murder Nova, Midwest Streetcars. Like it, comment on us, tell us who you are, tell us why you listen to it. Keep this going, please. There are people that don't want this to keep going.
Yeah, there's people right now trying to put an end to this. They don't want us on the air.
And we got guys like Speed Society that want to help us keep it going. So
welcoming us.
Let's do it. Rock and roll. Help everybody out.
And while you're there, check it out. Their website's awesome.
Welcome to the podcast. It's Tuesday.
It is Tuesday, kind of.
So it's something like Tuesday, as usual. We're back. We keep being back.
We are back.
We keep being back.
And it's like we never quit.
We're like that show on that channel.
Yes.
It just comes back every once in a while.
Yeah, and it's never enough.
Never.
Never.
So you just sit and wait on it to come back. And
I
then
know.
it comes back and you're like, it's back.
Yep. Every Monday, that show is on.
Yeah.
And every Tuesday, we're in here putting in work.
Just working.
Yeah.
Work. So, the internet feels like I made a bad decision by letting you race in the finale against the out-of-towners.
I've seen a little bit about that.
You lost
I did lose
twice.
2 times.
2 times.
And that doesn't happen, man. Before this deal happened, I could count like on a couple of fingers how many out-of-town races I've lost. I don't know.
The internet counts.
They do. They keep
math.
score on that deal.
They keep that score. And they're mad.
They are mad.
They think that I should have brought somebody else.
I think maybe that would have been a solid idea.
But, we won.
We did win.
If I'd have brought somebody else, even if they'd won their race, then the guy that you raced might have beat some of our other guys.
That's right.
And then we wouldn't have won those races.
Right. I took out 2 fast cars.
Yeah.
I took the loss for the team with the 2 fast cars.
You stepped in and took one for the team.
I did.
Because you're a team player.
I am.
There is no I in team.
Nope.
But there is a you in cunt.
And don't be jealous little cunts.
So don't you be some jealous little cunts.
Hey, but you know what? I still got paid when the deal was over.
Yeah, you
Lost
did.
2 fucking races and still got some money.
Yeah, that was a big pot.
Yes.
It was a lot of pot.
There's a lot of pot there. So, yeah. We did have some issues with the car. It wasn't running like it should. You don't go from the passes that I've made this whole season to the shit that I showed in them 2 days without something being fucked off. So when we got the car back to the shop, we found what was fucked off.
What was it?
The rear end was broke. It had ripped the 4-link brackets. Like, the second pass was really bad. The whole front end of the car came up, and it was pretty brutal to drive. Almost crashed.
It looked pretty scary.
Almost crashed it. I thought, this is it. This is where I crash. And I tell you, man, I wouldn't have been upset if I would have crashed it.
I was hoping you'd crash it.
I know. Tired of working on that fucking thing.
I'm tired of dealing with it.
That is the 3rd rear end that we put in the car in the past year?
Something like that.
So I don't know what happened, but it had ripped the 4-link brackets off the housing. So, if I probably would have made one more pass, it probably would have came apart, and then we could have had the glory of crashing it.
But instead, you rebuilt it again.
But instead, I did. I put a new rear end in it, and after that,
you won some races.
I did win some races.
Races.
Went back to winning races, and the car went straight. And
there you go.
Not even real sure if it shook.
You win some, you lose some. They say.
That's what I've heard.
Inch or a mile.
I'm more used to winning races, so
yeah, you win more than you lose.
I do, and it just sucks that I happen to lose to out of towners. But you know what? PD Smallblock's a pretty big name, and he's made a big name for himself on the East Coast. He's fast. I hate to lose to him. I hate to lose to anybody, but I feel like you can't really hang your head, even though I do, because I feel like I am one of the fastest guys in the country. But Petey's pretty fucking fast, man.
Well,
so
that's the thing.
It's tough to hang your head if you lose to a guy like Petey.
Yeah, the car that Petey brought out is what's considered today a street race car. The car that you brought out is what's considered 10 years ago a street race car. You know what I mean?
That's considered the car that you put up.
Yeah, so it's hard to be pissed off. Plus, you step up to the plate and race the fastest guys everywhere you go.
That's what I wanted to do.
Even if you don't have...
I do that every time unless you're there.
Yeah.
And then you step up and go, look, I want to race the fastest guy for the most amount of money. And then I go, fuck. Okay, who's the second fastest guy? So
yeah, it's part of racing. You don't really have the same type of car as what they do nowadays. But
I don't.
But you're building one.
Yes, and my team, carried me on their backs through that deal. Well, so I've carried the team before in my own defense. Yeah. I have carried our team before. I did.
You just did.
And
you won the race for us.
But it sucks being the guy, and then you get to listen to somebody like Daddy Dave mouth off and go, God damn, Shawn, fucking 2 races,
What's
Shawn
wrong
lost.
with that boy?
Hey, and then after that, I think he realized the camera was in his face, and he goes, man, that's not like him. And I thought, Dave, just say what you want to say. He wanted to say, I win both my races.
I don't think so, man. Both. Dave was team 405 that night. If you watch him, he was team 405 the whole time.
And goddamn, dude, everybody's car but mine was fucking rolling,
just
dude.
Riding. Monza's car, Doc's car, riding.
Yeah, I'm not real sure what happened at the end of the race with all the sparks and shit, but dude, his fucking car was rolling that night.
Yeah, it was.
And I knew
it was getting it.
I mean, he had asked me. He was like, "So what do you think?" Because dude, I done whooped up on Doc all year. So he comes up to me before he races Petey, and he's like, "Man, what do I need to do?" I go, "Don't fucking touch it." I said, "I'm telling you right now." That pass that I made against Petey was one of the worst. I mean, you could see in some of the angles, the camera start shaking so bad that they had to cut to a different shot because you can't see anything because my car was shaking so bad.
Yeah.
So, and dude, I was still running him down. So I told him, I was like, don't touch it. Leave it alone. I said, Doc, there's no way that he can outrun you. And then Doc put, 2 or 3 on him? So Doc's car was definitely hauling ass.
His car was riding.
Fast, and it's taken them all season to get those cars lined out, and I feel like they're starting to get a handle on them. So now's the time for me to bring in a new car.
It's time.
It is.
And you have a new car.
I do have a new car.
What's up with that?
It's not done yet. It's at Quillen Motorsports, getting some finishing touches. He's my wiring guy. Slash. Travis
does it all.
Travis pretty much does everything, and with us filming and with me trying to keep this other pile still running because that's my money maker right now. I have to count on keeping the electricity on with winning races and stuff. So it's easier for Travis to do what he does with it, and so I'm anxious to go pick it up. But he's talking like it's going to be done at the end of this month, and then it's your turn to put your hands on it for a while.
Yeah, then I get to tune it.
Yep.
Finally, tune something else. I've been tuning that same Murder Nova for fucking years.
Yes.
Wearing me out.
I know.
But, that episode was shot earlier this year in the summertime, and then you don't realize it, but Memphis was shot after.
Yes.
And so your car was back, and it was hauling ass and it was doing its thing, and you beat Doc. And
I'm pretty sure that whenever we went into that deal, I was number 1.
Yeah. Probably.
I think I was actually number 1 whenever we raced the out of town deal, right?
No, I was number 1.
You were for sure?
I'm pretty sure because I didn't race in it.
Yeah, that's when he had taken his car up.
That's when that was a lot. I didn't race. I haven't raced since then.
That was right before or right after Armageddon.
I haven't raced since then.
Okay, so then I was 3 or 4 or whatever I am now. But yeah, they do the episodes. They don't always put them in order the way that they go, but we have raced since my rear end was broke,
and the car's doing a lot better.
Yes.
So, and you put everybody on your back in Memphis. You won that race for us.
Well, it's tough listening to everybody. Oh, Shawn loses fucking both his races, and I'm going shit, and I didn't have no excuses. I didn't fucking go tell everybody my rear end was broke, and it's part of it. You lose some.
Yep.
You know?
You do. Well, I guess the internet, like, is not only is the internet talking shit about you losing 2 races, but they're also talking shit about, well, mainly a few certain select group of people is talking shit about us not inviting the one group of street racers that are down south there or whatever.
And I heard it was Bobby Ducote is the one talking all the
Bukkake.
shit. Yeah, Bukkake.
Yeah, he gets mad when you don't pronounce his name right too.
I don't know. So.
I don't know. They're all pissed off about it. I don't care. Whatever. It is what it is. The bottom line is that we've raced those guys numerous times, and it's never been that big a deal. Like
No.
Kai was, I couldn't beat Kai. I raced him 3 times. Dave beat him, but I couldn't beat him. But other than Kai, I mean, we've both beat John Doe. You know what I mean? They didn't really.
Well, none of their other guys have beat us,
And none of their other guys
and
really
this
street
was
raced.
well, this was a group race. This was a
Right.
collectively fast group. They're not a fast group. They
And
have
even if
one
they are
fast
now,
guy.
Even if they are now, they weren't then. And I don't
No.
know what they're doing now. I have no idea what they are.
No, they
but
know prep.
I have no idea. Like
I haven't seen no videos of them racing on the street.
All I know is that this deal came about right after Limpy's Cash Days. Okay,
Yes,
we went
yes.
to Limpy's Cash Days in Texas, a real Cash Days on real.
I didn't see
streets,
none of those
and
guys
None of
there.
those guys were there.
No.
So it's hard when you don't really see them street racing or doing anything out there. So it's hard to get amped up on wanting to race that group when there's groups like Detroit that gave us a run for our money and have fast shit, and like New York and California,
And a couple of their guys won when we raced them,
and not just that, but this is also a television show. You know what I mean? And we don't get to make all the decisions on everything. And so a lot of times decisions are made. We've raced those guys over and over again, and maybe the ratings weren't that great.
Yep.
And maybe when we raced Detroit, when we raced California,
their
we
ratings
raced,
weren't that great.
Maybe the ratings were better. Maybe there's other things involved. So, they want to get pissed off at me or whatever. I don't care, but I don't have a car running right now to race any of them anyway. But, if they get out there and they street race and kick ass a whole bunch on the street and real streets and shit like that and go to Cash Days and all that other stuff, then, hey, maybe that'll change. But I haven't seen any of their guys street race in a long time.
No. And don't get me wrong, they do have some fast cars. That one dude, what's his name? He's kicking ass at all the no preps. But that is a no prep. That's
Right.
not, we didn't hold a no prep.
Right.
Now, if we held a no prep, then yeah, come on, guys, this is what you guys do.
Right.
Okay, we held a street race. It's not what
So,
they do.
I'm not even worried about it. I don't even comment on that shit. I don't even get on there.
Nope.
I don't even look at it.
I just
do my
have
own
people
thing.
tell me what they say on there. 'Cause,
I don't have the FOMO like everybody else.
Me either.
That fear of missing out where you have to be on the internet all the time trying to figure out what's going on. Like, the only time that I even know what shit's going on is when somebody tells me, because I don't fucking, I don't even get on there anymore.
Well, because we got other shit going on.
Well, because I'm the one putting the shit on.
Yeah.
I'm the one out there doing the shit that they fucking follow.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So if I'm the one doing the shit they follow, I don't have the fear of missing out because I'm the one doing it.
Yep.
So let them talk about it. We're going to keep doing it.
But you know what? We're not missing out on nothing.
No, because we're doing it.
Just because we're the ones doing it.
Right.
They're the ones missing out.
Talking about it.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. So whatever. I don't care.
I don't either.
So I've been watching a movie a lot lately. We talked about it a little bit in the shop yesterday.
Yes.
There's a movie that was made in 2001, I think. And
Somewhere around there.
It's about street racing, and it's called Fast and Furious.
Everybody out there's seen it.
Everybody's seen it. Everybody's heard of it. But I haven't seen it in a long freaking time.
Yeah.
Okay, so it comes on TV the other day, and I don't feel good. I'm laying in fucking bed. I'm fucking held up. I don't want to do anything. It's cold outside. I get depressed when it's fucking cold. I can't stand this weather. I need sun.
It is real cold,
I'm
to
like
be honest.
solar powered.
Yes.
You know what I mean? If I don't get some sun, I just, dude,
You just want to go to a corner and ball up.
I'm just down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like our fucking gate on the side of our piece of shit shop. It's solar powered. If there's no fucking sun, it just don't want to fucking work. And I'm exactly the same.
And it just pisses everybody off.
And that's me right now. I'm just fucking a big ball of asshole because of this weather. I hate it. Gray is the worst fucking color on earth.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck if it's a sweater, if it's a car, or if it's a fucking sky. I don't want it gray. It's fucking gross. So Anyway, so I was laying there, and this movie Fast and Furious comes on, and I started laughing to myself. I'm like, oh, this movie's so fucking stupid.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's so fake and stupid, you know. And I sit there and I'm watching, and the very first.
I will be honest though. Anytime I see it on TV, I watch it.
I've watched this fucking movie before, and I was like, God, it's so stupid and fake. I feel like I'm like one of the fucking, you know, one of the actual places to get information on real street racing from.
Yes.
And so watching this movie, I just feel like it's just stupid and fake. And I'm watching it, and the very first fucking scene, the race scene, right? He pulls in, and it's in an industrial park.
Nailed it.
There's all these cars parked everywhere, and they got security set out with walkie-talkies to tell them that the cops are coming. And they're all just sitting around waiting on something to happen. Nobody's racing. Nobody's doing anything. They're just standing next to their
They're standing
cars.
around their cars talking about
They're
them.
hard parked.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, like we do.
Shut up. That's what I'm getting at here. And I'm watching. I'm going, holy fuck, man. This is so familiar. This is like exactly what it's like at a real street race. And then all of a sudden, here comes like these 8 or 10 cars pulling in there, and they're the fucking badasses.
They're the leaders. They're the ones that run the shit.
They're the fucking ones that.
That's you showing up late. Hey, because look, nobody's going to do nothing until Toretto gets there.
So I'm watching it. I'm going, holy fuck, that's us. We're pulling in. And then they get there. He gets out of the car. A bunch of skanks walk up trying to talk to him. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And I'm like, man, like I've seen this before.
Yep.
And I don't remember the movie being. We just lost some listeners.
That sounded like at least 5 of them.
That was 5 listeners at once.
I bet we
Just
don't
shut
have
up.
many left. Just saying.
3.
Yeah.
So I'm fucking watching this movie, and it's like, dude, I had no idea this was a biography. You know,
Yes.
I didn't know this was like based on true story. And so then dude jumps out, him and all his buddies got badass cars. He walks up, he sees all the cars, sees all the people there, and he goes, all right, here's the way it is.
Yeah, but first off, he sees one car that he's never seen there before.
Yeah.
And then they got to go over and look at
Right.
it. Just like what we would do.
Just like what we would do.
We
Yeah.
go, whoa.
Oh, who the
fuck
fuck
is
is this
this?
guy? Yeah.
And then we go check out his car.
Exactly.
It's a new guy.
It's a new guy, and that's Brian Spillner.
Yeah,
you know?
typical white boy name.
Typical white boy name. Because Hector's going legit.
Hector's like, don't do it, Jesse. Chief's going legit.
So, dude, they're talking to this dude, and they're like picking out all the shit on his car, and they're naming it off, and I'm like, dude, this is exactly like I just watched the fucking finale where we walk over, there's a fucking pro mod.
Yep.
That's not a bad way to spend $50,000, you know what I mean? Like, we're talking about what blower
This
he got.
motherfucker's got a
He's
blower.
got 3 fucking foggers, you know what
Yep.
I mean? I'm like, it's
Yep.
exactly the same shit that we do.
Yes.
You know, and then I'm looking over, I'm like, what size tire is that? And then fucking Dave leans down, tells me, you know, it's just like the fucking movie. And then all of a sudden, the head motherfucker is like, all right, here's the deal. $2,000 buy-in, winner takes all on the street right now. And I'm
Yes.
like, oh my God. I've fucking said that.
Yes.
Like, not only is Fast and the Furious, was it way above its time, it's 15 fucking years ahead of its time.
Yeah.
And I used to think it was so fake and
But we
stupid.
were doing it back then, though.
Yeah, but no, I just used to think it was so fake and stupid. You know what I mean? And then the cars line up, right? He reaches
Well,
behind
first
him.
off, you got the new guy who is obviously Doc standing over there who wants
yes,
the respect.
Brian Spillner, Doc. He
Yes.
wants the respect. So that's what he says. He says,
Because they're like, look, we don't know you. You're not in this race.
well, no, they said give us the $2,000. And he
Well,
said,
no. He puts up the pink
He
slip.
said, I don't have $2,000.
Yeah.
You know, like, Doc, you don't want to ever bet no money.
Yeah.
He said, but
he's
like,
got a car.
Yeah, and he said, I'm gonna bet my car. He goes, because I just want the respect. And I'm like,
Yes.
oh God, that's Doc.
Because to some people, it's more important.
That's what Doc said that shit before.
Doc has said
Doc
that.
has literally said that.
And he
to
says
me.
awkward shit, too,
Yeah,
like Brian.
just like Brian Spillner does. And so the race goes on. They pull up to the starting line, right? The dude's yelling at everybody to get back. I'm like, oh my God, like this is fucking real.
Yeah, the flagger's
Then
yelling at
the
everybody.
security guy says, okay, guys, we're good to go. The cops are busy. Let's
Yep.
hit it. Then they flag the fucking right before they flag the race though. Like there's everybody standing around the cars. They're in a big group, and he's in the car and he's like, "I'm gonna win. I'm gonna win."
No, everybody's doing their own little deals.
Everybody's doing their own things, just like in real fucking life.
Yes.
If you look in our cars before we race, we do that.
Yeah.
We each have our own routine.
I do.
And he reaches back and he turns the nitrous bottles on. I've seen Doc do that exact fucking thing before. And then all of a sudden, then like blue flames are coming out of the exhaust. And dude, I just watched the fucking finale, okay? Everybody's standing around. The cars are on the starting line, and right before the flagger pulls him up, Monza's car starts shooting blue flames out of it.
Yep.
The fucking Fast and the Furious is a goddamn true story.
Yes.
It blew my mind.
Yep.
I'm watching this, I'm going, oh my God, this is the realest shit I've ever seen.
And then you got Toretto over there who opens the little compartment under his seat and turns
'cause
on all his sneaky peeks.
Yeah, because he don't run nitrous.
Because no, he tells
He's too good for nitrous.
Yeah, he's all motor.
He's all motor. Yeah.
But he's got 4 sneaky peeks underneath that seat, and he turns them all on.
Yeah, dude. All this shit has really happened in an industrial park with me standing there. And so, dude, it's just freaking me out how real the movie is. Well, then they show the race, okay? The dude flags it off. All the guys take off. They're ripping down through there. They got nitrous buttons on their steering wheels, right? Homeboy hits the first nitrous kit. He's way behind, you know. And this is Doc, 100% Doc. I just watched this happen, okay? And then about halfway through the race, he sprays so much nitrous that the fucking thing starts coming apart, right?
And his computer's yelling at him.
Yeah. Well, just like Doc, there's sparks coming out from underneath the car. I just watched Doc's car shoot sparks out of it on the fucking finale. There's sparks coming out from underneath this guy's car. And then he fucking goes around him, grabs an extra nitrous kit, goes around the guy, and obviously burns the motor up, right? Comes to a stop. There's smoke everywhere. The motor's burnt up. And he's still happy because he almost won.
Yeah. He even says that stupid shit.
That's Doc.
I almost had you.
That's fucking Doc.
Yes.
Doc, this has really happened.
Yes.
Like, Doc always sprays too much nitrous. He burns the fucking thing up. He
sparks everywhere.
There's sparks fucking everywhere. The car's all fucked up. He brings it back to the starting line. And where everybody's at, he's like, I almost had you.
Yeah, and he's still smiling.
Yeah.
And he's still happy
Because
about it.
Even when Doc loses, he's still happy.
Yeah, even though he's got to tear the whole car apart.
Brian, the piston rings you fried.
Brian loses his fucking car,
Yeah.
and he's still fucking happy about it, and he's still, I almost had you. Well, Doc's got to rip his whole motor and shit out.
But he's got the respect.
Yeah, well.
That's all they give a fuck about. He almost had you.
He almost had him.
Dude, that, to me, as I'm watching this movie, I'm like, this is legit.
Yeah.
This is the realest thing ever. So then I'm like, all right, but the rest of the movie I remember is stupid and fake, right? But then I watch it and I'm like, they do a drive-by on the fucking homie shop, you know what I mean? Well,
Yeah.
We had a drive-by done on our shit. They
We
shot
did.
our shit up.
They did. Somebody did.
Somebody, it wasn't Johnny Tran.
No.
But somebody did.
Somebody like him, though.
Yeah. He ain't got no spoon engine and shit.
Yeah. No. But check it out, homie. I need 3.
Yeah.
I need 3.
I need 2 of the big ones.
Yeah.
And then we're out there in the shop. We're talking about maybe going out Saturday night. And you're like, I got to get the nitrous installed on the Trailblazer before we go out. And I'm like, yeah, you need to go to Harry's, player. You need to go to Harry's and
I
get
need to
2
go
of the
talk to
big
Brian
ones.
at Harry's. Yeah.
Dude, that whole movie is real, okay? Well, I'm watching.
I mean, basically, their life is like ours.
Yes.
They all got a fake shop that they don't really do anything out of. They just hang out. They just hang out there. And that's what we do at our shop.
Well, everybody wonders where they get their money.
Yep.
Because they all got badass cars.
Yep.
Obviously, they're getting their money the dirty way. Because
Yes.
the shop, they don't work on any customers' cars. All
Just
you ever
their
see
shit
them
in
is
there.
playing around with their shit. Just like the fucking real life. Just like us.
Hey, so far this week we've dynoed 3 cars, and 2 of them, one of them's mine, one of them's yours, and then the other one's Phantom's XO80s. So we didn't make no money off of anything that we've done this week, but we've had a good time.
Right. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. The movie is fucking dead on.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It's legit. It's so legit.
It's legit like Hector.
It is. The Hector's going legit, you know?
Not me, homie. I'm going legit.
I'm trying to get on that Nairo circuit or whatever. He goes, yeah, I heard about that. That's like me going in HRA, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Not Chief. He's going legit.
He's going legit.
Hey, about a year ago, whenever the NHRA was real strong on hating on us, and somebody made that meme that says, "Don't do it, Jesse. The NHRA is watching." That,
Dude.
hey, I died whenever I
Yeah.
saw that. I thought that was the funniest. What do y'all call it? Meme?
Yeah.
That's the funniest meme I've ever seen
The
in my
second
life.
funniest one is the one that shows Hector, and then above it says everybody's getting their NHRA license taken, but not Hector, homie.
He's going legit. Man, it's so funny.
It is. That movie is a fucking biography.
I'll bet the producer of that movie watches our show and tells everybody, "I fucking told y'all. See, I told y'all. Look at the flames. Look at the flames. Because, dude, you know when he was producing that movie, everybody was going, "Oh man, I'm not sure about that," and he's going, "No, really, this is what happens." I bet that motherfucker's been at a cash days before.
Just look, man, I've been out to the street races.
Yep.
This shit really happened.
Yep.
Blue flames everywhere.
Yep.
We need 50 people on the starting line.
They closed the fucking road
closed
down.
the
They
fucking
use
road
walkie-talkies.
They use walkie-talkies. Dude, and when the pizza man shows up, they tell him, "Fuck, road's closed, pizza boy."
Yep, tell him to go the other way. You ain't coming through here.
Dude.
I mean, we have actually taken road closed signs and put them on
Yes.
roads and then raced before.
Just like in that fucking movie.
Yes.
We do it now every weekend. But not Hector.
But not Hector. He's going legit.
And then, like, they're riding around in their dailies, you know. Brian Spillner, typical white boy name. He's got
Yeah.
a fucking Ford Lightning. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? He's riding around in.
I think that's Harry's.
Yeah, well, hey.
That's his work truck.
It's
that's
a
his
shop
work.
truck.
That's a shop truck.
It's, you know.
And it's a Lightning.
Yeah. They all roll around in hot shit all day. And they
Yep.
don't do fucking nothing. And everybody wonders how they get their money. And the cops are on to them. One day, some fucking cop is going to infiltrate us. We need to go fuck with Doc. It's probably Doc. He's probably a
Yep.
cop.
Yep. He's going legit.
Oh, God.
Man.
Okay. And then, so I watched it to the end, right? And then in the end, there's the big race.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Toretto's in his dad's car.
Yes.
They're at the stoplight, and he says, "I used to drag here in high school. The train tracks is a quarter,
Is a quarter mile.
Okay, I've fucking done that.
Mm-hmm.
We've raced, in Tulsa. I remember racing in Tulsa to the train tracks. And we used to race quarter mile. And then the producer says, "All right, but I want a bunch of shit sticking through the hood. Okay, and then I want this fucking thing to do a wheelie." And then everybody's like, "That don't fucking happen." But I seen it.
Yeah,
I
no,
just watched it
it's
the other night.
happened.
Mons has got shit sticking all through the hood. He does a fucking wheelie to the half track, just
Yep.
like fucking
Yep.
Toretto.
Yep. And so did JJ.
Yeah, and then when homeboy crashes and rolls it a bunch, it looked just like the footage from when I rolled my car.
Uh-huh.
And I'm sitting in there all fucked up, you know.
Yep. Yep.
Like, dude, this movie eclipsed a fucking decade.
Yeah.
And it's dead on. I watched that movie back then. I thought, God damn, this is the dumbest shit I've ever seen.
Yep.
And now it's the realest fucking thing I've ever seen in my whole life.
Yep.
And I used to bitch about it, be like, man, God damn, race is still going on.
Yeah.
It does switch gears again. But hey, you go out to the fucking, watch the imports race over there. I'll fucking go out to fucking
Yep.
Metro Tech and watch some guys race. It takes
Yep.
30 seconds to do the fucking, to get up to speed. That's fucking real.
Yep.
Just like Long Bed Lou said when we were in Compton. This,
Yeah,
shit, is real, man.
Run, Chief. This shit is real. Man.
It
Yeah.
was, I mean,
There's so much shit in that fucking movie, man. And the cops all know who Toretto is, you know.
Well, yeah.
He bolts out. He fucking
Parks
tries
the
to lose the
RX-7
fucking cops.
somewhere.
Parks that motherfucker.
Gets out, put the leather
and then
jacket on.
they see him.
yeah.
you know.
And then Paul comes and picks him up.
Yeah, and that's how he earned his respect.
And then they go back to the house where they ain't doing shit but partying and getting fucked up.
Yep.
And everybody's like, "Oh, hey, you made it." Okay, I've been there before.
Yep.
You know what I mean? I remember when Shawn got pulled over and we kept racing. We went somewhere else and kept racing. And Shawn
Yeah.
shows up. We're like, "Hey."
yeah, yeah.
Hey, you made it. Good,
Yeah.
good.
The Buster kept me out of jail. Yep.
Yeah. Dude. So, two things that I learned after watching that movie. I've probably watched it 20 times now because it's just, I can't get over how real it is. With the blue flames and shit everywhere. The
Yeah.
fucking shit flying out. You know, they talk about blowing the welds on the intake, you know, with too much NOS. Dave blew the welds on his intake with too much NOS.
Yeah.
He did. I seen it.
Yep.
This shit can happen.
This shit is real, man.
This shit is fucking real. Now, the other thing that fucks with me though is that, like, I got a list. Like, me and Kamikaze have always had like a top 5 movie list, you know, and it's like Heat, and fucking Point Break. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, well, the thing that's really fucking me up though is Fast and the Furious is Point Break. 100% the exact same movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
100%.
It is. It's just surfers versus street racers.
Yeah, instead
Yeah.
of street racers,
Yeah.
they're surfers. It's fucked up, but so in the Fast and Furious, the undercover cop, Brian Spillner, he must get into the Los Angeles exotic street racing subculture, right, to crack a ring of daring hijackers. But in Point Break, Johnny Utah
Johnny Utah, get me
gets
too.
into a Los Angeles exotic surfing subculture to crack a ring of daring bank robbers.
Yep.
Right? Same. The Fast and the Furious, it has long racing sequences, lovingly shot, fucking badass shit everywhere, you know. And Point Break has long surfing sequences, you know. They're all trying. And there's Bodie and Toretto, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Same guy.
Yeah.
Literally same guy.
He runs the shit.
Brian can't fucking pick up race car. He's got a heavy foot. You know, and
Yeah.
like Harry said, I've seen you drive. You got a heavy foot.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? So he has trouble picking up the street racing thing.
Just
where
like Utah
has
had
some
he had to
trouble
learn how to
surfing.
surf.
Yeah.
You know, he didn't know how.
With that bum knee.
Yeah, with that bum football knee, you know.
So, and then in Fast and Furious, Spillner falls for the sister of the big boss, right?
Yeah.
Point Break, Utah falls for the ex-lover of the big boss.
Yep.
Right? And Toretto, he doesn't really like it. And Bodie, he don't really like it.
Yeah, yeah.
You know? And then, so initially, though, she ain't having it, just like in both movies.
Yep.
And then they fight a lot.
And then they both find out that they're both fucking cops. And then the chicks get mad. They kind of have it out, you know?
Yeah. Well, yeah, because you didn't love me. You're a cop.
No, you were infiltrating this place.
Yeah, the only thing that Fast and Furious doesn't have is the greatest line in any movie ever made.
Utah, get me too?
Well, that one, and you think I've...
You think I like this hair, man? You think I like wearing these clothes? Point Break's one of my favorite movies
check
ever.
it, even more. Like I wrote all these down on my phone. Okay, it's even worse than you think. So in the Fast and Furious, it had the hottest culture of that culture's musician, Ja Rule, as one of the racers.
Well, and it also had what was the flagger?
Well, that's two. I'm talking about the first one.
No, he was in the first one too.
No, he wasn't. Ludacris wasn't in the first one.
Ludacris was the one telling everybody to back up in the first
That was the
race.
second one. That's the second movie. The first race,
Oh,
Hector
it was?
flagged
Hector flagged the first one. Oh, yeah, then he went legit.
Yeah.
Then they had to bring Ludacris in. That's right. That's right. That's right.
Okay. So, but in the Fast and the Furious, they had Ja Rule, who's the big hit musician of that culture at the time.
Yeah.
In Point Break, they had Anthony Kiedis from Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Yep.
He's a surfer. Ja Rule was a racer. Same. Ja Rule's last scene in the movie is a funny one, as he loses the race and is dissed by his girl.
But Monica.
Right? And Monica. And then the last scene of Kiedis is funny, and he accidentally shoots himself in the foot. And he goes, just
Yeah.
like Monica.
Yeah.
He says, right? At Fast and Furious, so Dom's gang and Dom himself think that Brian's too preppy and square. Bodie's gang and Bodie himself think that Utah's too preppy and square. They should have knew they were cops. These dudes are definitely cops. Dom's popular with the ladies, makes his girlfriend jealous. Bodie, very popular with the ladies, makes his ex-girlfriend jealous. Brian and Dom share their first bonding moment when Brian rescues Dom from the cops. Bodie and Utah share their first bonding moment when Bodie rescues Utah from the band of rival surfers.
Yep.
Dude, the movie's the same. Which means that Point Break is a biography of our lives. If you smoke enough weed, that's where you end up. Brian and Dominic eventually bond over shrimp and fries at a restaurant on the beach. Utah and Tyler eventually bond when he orders shrimp and fries at a restaurant on the beach.
Yep.
Damn.
And you know what? What's even fucking weirder than that is even once Bodie finds out that Utah's a cop, he's fine with it. Just like fucking once Toretto finds out that fucking he's a cop, there's other things that they're worried about at the time.
People are shooting at Johnny Tran.
Yeah.
There's Johnny Tran out there
there's
running
other
around.
people. There are other things, and they eventually both like the bad guy.
Yeah. See? And they let him go, remember?
Yeah. They both let each other go.
Well, Dominic got let go, and so did Bodie. Remember at the end of the Point Break?
He said he's not coming back.
Yep.
And he turned around and walked off.
Brian's investigation is assisted by his partner, his grizzled veteran partner. Point Break, Utah's investigation is assisted by Gary Busey, his grizzled veteran partner. Utah, give me two.
Yeah, Utah, give me two.
Brian's under pressure from the FBI agent and his commanding officer. Utah's under pressure from his FBI agent and his commanding officer.
Yep.
Brian participates in a raid on sinister racer Johnny Tran's house. Dude, right?
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Utah participates in a raid on Surfer Bunker and his gang.
Yep.
Dude, it's fucking exactly the same. And they were the wrong guys. Johnny Tran wasn't the one doing it, and neither was Bunker.
Well, it's because both of them didn't want to believe that their buddies were the ones doing it.
Yeah, Tanner fears Brian's proximity to Mia and the charismatic Dom is clouding his vision to the truth. And at Point Blank, Pappas fears that Utah's proximity to Tyler and the charismatic Bodie is clouding his vision.
Yep.
Dom's obsessed with the car that his late father built, yet he also fears it. It ironically figures into what appears to be his ultimate fate. Bodie's obsessed with surfing the 50-year storm, the biggest wave break in the world, yet he also fears it, and he ironically figures out into what appears to be his ultimate fate.
Yep. Yeah, those movies are the same.
Yes. Brian risks everything when he finds himself involved in the gang's final botched hijacking as two of the gang are wounded by reckless actions of a driver trying to be a vigilante. It was meant to be their last job. Utah risks everything when he finds himself involved in the ex-president's final botched robbery as two of the gang members are killed by reckless actions of an off-duty cop trying to be a vigilante. It was meant to be their last job. It's ridiculous. Bodie says, I live my life a quarter mile at a time. Or
No. Dom.
Toretto. Bodie says, it's that place where you lose yourself and find yourself.
Yeah. And in that 10
Brian
seconds or less.
eventually acts against his instincts as a law officer, and he lets Dominic go. The film ends with Dominic driving away with his fate left ambiguous, and Brian walks away in slow motion as the end credit music shows up. Utah eventually acts against his instincts as a law officer and lets Bodie go. The film ends with Bodie surfing into a massive wave with his fate left ambiguous, and Utah walks away as the end credit music swells. The same.
Yep.
Which means we are Point Break.
Yes.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool. But Bunker had some sweet tribal tattoos.
He did. He did.
There's no sweet tattoos in Fast and Furious.
There's not, is there? Didn't Toretto have some? He didn't have none?
No, he was a hard ass with no tattoos.
Oh, the one guy had some tattoos, right? The guy who called him a buster, Vince.
Yeah.
He had some
when he
tattoos.
said, "Is this your beer?"
Yeah, is this your beer? And he wipes it off and hands it to
here's
him.
Vince's beer. Enjoy it.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm telling you.
I know.
So that's what
That's
happens
crazy.
when you sit at home and your vision may be clouded. Everything may be cloudy, really.
Yeah.
The whole house is cloudy.
Yeah, but obviously not. It was, it's dead on.
Dude, nailed it. Fast and the Furious. Watch it for yourself. If you've ever been to any of our races or you watch our show, watch it for yourself. It's the same. Fast and Furious. The original Fast and Furious is Street
I've
Outlaws.
always liked it, though. Anytime that I see Fast and the Furious on, I'll watch it.
Yeah, but I just watched it going, man, they grabbed another gear. They grabbed another button on the steering wheel. Dude, we're all doing that
Yeah, but
shit.
it looks like our races, thoh. And they take 30 seconds.
And they take just like Street Outlaws.
Yep.
And there's 15 different clips, and they're using F1 sounds and shit. I mean, it's just, I'm going to ask our producer, like, hey, did you do Fast and Furious?
Yeah. You the same guy?
And Point Break?
Yeah, and Point Break. Oh, man. Yeah, that's good.
It's
They're both
perfect.
good movies.
It's perfect, right?
And I like them both.
It's fucking perfect. I can't get over it. It's fucking perfect. Who's Johnny Tran, though? Not Asian.
No. Why would you put those two together? That sounds kind of racist.
They got the same eyes.
I don't know. When I look into their eyes, they look the same. That's fucked up. I don't know. I don't know. Goat, probably.
Dude, it's just, I don't know. I would suggest everybody go out and watch Fast and the Furious and just look at it from my point of, well, you'd have to be at my point of view.
Yeah.
It'd be hard to get there.
Exactly.
You'd have to come over. I think this summer, we should do a Fast and the Furious at the drive-in.
Yeah.
And everybody bring their fucking hot rod and stand beside it.
Yeah.
And we'll do the same.
Yep.
We'll have Fast and the Furious in real life. Then we'll go over to Climate Masters and get the two-way radios going and shut the road down.
Yeah.
make some licks.
I was fixing to say, because if we all take our rides, the only person that'd be able to hear anything is Monza, because his car's got a radio in it, is what I heard.
Dude.
The facts the other night on the show,
Full Throttle episode,
the Full Throttle episode were so fucked off.
They do last week's episode before they do this week's, and they do a Full Throttle where they put the little facts down at the bottom of the screen. Some of the facts.
Dude, the whole Fireball Camaro deal, too. Ryan Martin's Camaro has been threes.
Yes.
In the 8th.
At 200.
At 200 mile an hour. And then they said in the quarter it runs 980s, which is considered the fastest Camaro in the country.
You can go threes and let off, and you still go 670s.
Yes, because you have done it.
Done it.
That's funny.
And then they said he can run on 91 or 93 octane.
Yeah, exactly. The two points.
Those 2 points, they don't fuck with him.
They don't. He could put them both in there. He could probably put 87 in it.
I don't know. That'd be a whole different tune.
Yeah. And then they said that Monza's car had full interior, power windows, and a radio. Yeah. Okay, I've seen inside Monza's car before.
Yeah, well,
and it ain't no different than my car, except of course it's nicer.
Yeah, and more cigarette butts. Yeah. And camouflage and fishing poles and shit everywhere.
Yeah, it's got more mossy oak.
And Skittles.
And Skittles and beef jerky in there.
And a brush.
And a brush because he has hair. Looking like Sam Elliott.
Dude, Sam Elliott is
whenever he fucking pulled his helmet off the other night and he flips his hair back, it took me back to that night whenever it happened. I was, oh my God. He looks like Sam Elliott out there. I said, Monza, you're so fucking sexy.
I was fixing to ask you if they got a good root beer around here anyway.
Man.
He looked just like Sam Elliott from Sarsaparilla. Dude. And they said, all right, they made me say why I was taking everybody, and it was fucked up because we took Chuck.
Plus, he's got good hair.
Because we took Chuck, and we took him because he was number one on the on the
hit.
He's
number one in our hearts, people. I will say Chuck's
nobody's
fucking
anyway.
fast though.
Nobody's listening anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I said I'm bringing Monza because he's fast and he's got great hair, and then it shows his fucking hair, and it's like
he does have great hair. I can't believe he cut it. Monza, don't cut your hair.
Why would you cut your hair if you had hair like that?
I don't have hair.
I wouldn't even wear a helmet.
That's fucked up. No.
Ever. No helmet.
I'd be like, I can't wear a helmet.
I know.
Look what it do to my hair.
Some people don't have hair, and it's like he's just spitting in our face, showing us that beautiful hair that he's got.
Like we don't have a hand and
he's
waving at us.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Like we ain't got a hand and he's sitting
like
there
we ain't
waving.
got no thumb and he's giving us the thumbs up. That's fucked up.
Who's got 2 thumbs and loves street racing? This guy.
This guy. Yeah.
Well,
I am really excited though to get the new car going. It's like I already have it because I haven't really worried too much about the old car.
yeah.
I don't like doing that because I'm pretty sure that depending on when the show comes back, I'm probably going to have to race the old car a little bit. But I don't know. Everybody else, and Monkey really wants me to go test it.
It's cold.
Well, Monkey did a lot of work on that car
I know he did,
while
but
we
it's
were
still
going.
cold.
It is cold. But the hell, I don't know. I don't even know what I was saying. I forgot what I had been saying.
Well, I don't know what I'm going to do.
Yeah, what are your plans? You don't have a street raced car.
No, I'm not. I'm never going to street race that car again. I heard myself say it on the show.
Yep. So what are you going to do?
I don't know. Maybe surf? Take
Yeah,
up surfing?
that's what I've heard. It's pretty cool. I've heard it's a lot like street racing. It could get just as intense. It starts some bonfires on the night that it's cold, like now.
I need a bonfire right here.
I know.
I'm going to set this desk on fire in a minute.
Yep.
What's fucked up is in this little town that we live, our shop is in, this place is on fire. They wouldn't even call a fire department.
No, we could light that whole thing of fire out back. Nobody'd even come.
Damn.
We should do it. It's cold.
Let's get Wanda out of there first. That's really all I give a fuck about.
We still gotta go spray it. So
Oh, yeah.
we bring Wanda in to the dyno this morning.
Well, now
Actually,
hang
I
on.
get here late.
Let's
and
say
it's already
this-
strapped the fuck down.
Well, this week, Sean decides he's going to put a cam in his Trailblazer.
Because you can't even hear it running. Like, I've got out of it before and left it running for hours because I had no idea it was running. I mean, you couldn't hear it at all.
And you're old.
I am pretty old.
That's some shit old people do.
Yeah, yeah.
So he puts a cam in it, and it's got a single bolt cam. We're gonna get real technical here, LS style.
Fuck.
He puts a single bolt cam or 3-bolt cam in it, but he puts the wrong cam gear, so the fucking thing won't run.
Well, you would think that would come with the kit,
right?
But it didn't.
Because you bought a kit.
Yeah, I did. I bought a kit.
The LS motor, they come in kit.
It should have came with everything that I needed, wrong push rods and all.
Here's your 650 springs.
Here's your 650 springs
and
with your
7-400
push rods, and they were fucking way too short.
So, well, I'm trying to tune the fucking thing, and it won't idle. It won't run. It's popping and banging. It's getting real hot.
Yeah.
It's like 270 and shit. So at
one point, remember we didn't notice that it was that hot, and it just died. And I looked in and I go, "Oh, it's hot!" And you go, "Holy shit!" It went ahead and killed itself.
It was like it's a safety feature.
It said these guys are idiots, and they're not looking at the temperature.
Well, so then we put the right cam gear on it. It still wouldn't run. It had a fucking vacuum leak. We find a fucking vacuum leak. We finally get this thing to run. We dyno it. It makes 400 to the tires. Everything's fucking perfect. He goes out and drives it. And he's like, it's slow as fuck.
What's bad is I promise you, we should have dynoed it before, but I promise you it picked up over 100.
Oh, yeah. No, it probably made 260 to the tire.
The timing that was in that thing before, obviously the owner before me had sprayed that thing with some nitrous. Okay, it didn't have headers on it. I mean, it was bone stock. Everything was stock. The only thing that's not stock on that thing is it's got a hot air kit on it, which is far from a cold air intake.
They put a filter on it.
Hey, and it also has a LS7 mass air on it for some fucking reason.
They cut the top of the intake off and ported this plastic.
I'm not real
intake.
sure if they cut it off or if
blew
they
it
had
off.
nitrous backfired that thing
Blew
off.
the plastic welds on the intake. The fucking Fast and Furious back again.
Yeah, so we're looking in the tune, and Chief goes, "Holy shit! I don't know how this thing even runs with this amount of timing in it because there's no timing in it."
Right.
So obviously they had timing out for nitrous
Or for the vacuum leak.
Yeah, it could have been for the vacuum leak.
He goes out and drives. He's like, man, this thing's slow as fuck. So then we're like, man, we haven't dynoed something in a long time because there's been a car on the dyno bay for like 6
There has.
months.
It's some black car.
And so we weren't able to dyno anything. So we finally have a day to dyno something. So we dyno your Trailblazer. It makes 400. He's like, it's fucking slow. So then I'm like,
400 just don't seem fast to me.
But me and Sean we're having a good time. It was just me and him up
Because
here.
we haven't dynoed in a
We
long
haven't
time.
dynoed anything in a long time. We were laughing our fucking asses off. So then we're like, man, we should dyno some more shit.
It's always funnier when we have a customer car because then we can talk shit about the customer car.
because they're not here because we don't let them back
Well,
there.
and you didn't have anybody to bounce off of because it was just me there. So
No,
you couldn't
I
talk
was
that
just
much shit
shitting
about
on
my
you.
Trailblazer because you was just shitting on me about it.
Yeah.
So it's always funner when there's somebody else and you and somebody else can poke about whoever's car's on the dyno.
Right.
So
then we brought in Kristen's car.
We bring in Squishy's car.
And
then there's a lot to fucking poke at on that car.
because Phantoms worked on it.
Yes. And other people. And other people.
And somebody ran over a trash compactor, a fucking dumpster, and
So
drug
the whole exhaust is just covered. It looked like somebody had plasti dipped it with Walmart trash bags. Is what it looked like.
This thing smelled so bad. It smelled like somebody lit an LS1 on fire.
And a couple of times I had thought that's what had happened.
And then somebody made their own drive shaft. And so it was rattling. God damn, it was funny.
Yeah.
We had a good time.
Yeah.
It ended up making like 366 or some shit to the tire, which
But
was,
it's out of fuel, right? I
it was
mean,
out of
it's going to
fuel,
make
like
more.
5,500 RPM because it's an LS motor. And so I was like, so today I'm like, I had so much fun on dyno in the last couple of days. Let's dyno Wanda. We have never finished the Wanda thing. We put a Pro Charger on it, put a cam in it, put the dual Phantom fuel system in it, and we never re-dynoed it. I've just been driving around tuning it. I've driven
A lot.
I've driven this truck to Indianapolis, Louisville.
You don't have to tell everywhere you've been.
Memphis,
And
Chicago,
dates. And dates
I
and
ain't telling anybody that. St. Louis multiple times, Houston, fucking Dallas.
Dallas, like a couple times in one weekend.
Yeah. And everywhere I go, it's triple digits.
Yeah.
We average 130.
Well, we went to that street race just here a while back. Remember in Tulsa, and I was doing 100 the whole way, and it seemed like, and I left a good 2 hours before you.
Birdman and JJ race.
Okay, yes.
Yeah, you
I left about 2 hours before you, and you showed up there about 30 minutes after me. Hey, and I promise you, man, hey, mine was never under 100 the whole trip.
I was 140, 150 probably the whole way. That's what I usually do. I usually try and stay about 145, 150 the whole way.
The turnpike's perfect though, because even if you do pass a cop, there's a divider there, and you ain't getting through it.
No, especially not if I'm doing 140.
Yeah, no, by the time you do find a turnaround, you ain't catching you.
Well, so this truck's been everywhere, and I've been tuning it for like a year now, I guess. I don't know.
Yes.
And it's a stock 5.3 with a camshaft and an F1 ProCharger, and it's on E85. So I'm like, let's dyno Wanda. Well, let's finish this because fans been bugging me forever. We're going to finish that. We're going to finish that. And so, because we did a whole segment 1, and then we never finished it. We were just like, God, this is like the podcast.
Yeah. Yes, no, we're going to finish it, man.
We're back.
Yeah, we're back.
Well, so I pulled Wanda in this morning, strap it down. First pull, the bitch made what, 640?
640.
Just first hit.
Yeah.
First lick, 640. And it was still making power. I shut it off. It was still
yeah, no,
climbing.
the curve was going straight up.
Yeah. So I was like, God damn, and I didn't even spray it. It's got nitrous on it, too. It's got a whole NX kit on it, like hidden in the fucking bed.
Fucking course it does.
Because Dominic runs nitrous.
Just like once you fucking broke my heart this morning and you pulled that bitch in here that you've driven literally all over the fucking country, and it makes 250 more than my 6-liter does.
Yeah.
Fucking, I mean, mine's an LS2.
It's a 5.3.
So yours is a 5.3, and you pull it in there and
but it's got a hidden nitrous system.
But you didn't
just like
spray
Dominic's,
it. But you
just
didn't
like RX-7, man.
But you didn't
no,
spray
but
it.
I didn't spray it yet. When we get done here, we're going to go out there and spray
so
it.
250 more than mine.
Yes.
So I believe that a ProCharger's in my future.
Something, because as soon as that number popped up, Shawn looked at Phantom and was like, get some shit coming for the Trailblazer.
As soon as I'm talking, hey,
it was
the
literally
dyno didn't even shut down yet. It pops up 640, and I go, all right, Phantom, go ahead and call ProCharger.
Basically, he walked into Harry's and he said, give me these. I need 2 of them.
Yes,
the big ones.
and the big nitrous kit. So NX has already actually sent me my nitrous kit for it. So you did rob some parts off of it. But that's okay. They're already on their way.
Yeah.
So, yes.
But, dude, my daily driven truck.
Daily driven everywhere.
Everywhere. I've been all over the fucking country in this thing multiple times. I was at PRI with it, driving around downtown Indy last
snowing and shit.
Snowing. It was literally snowing.
Yeah.
That thing on nitrous is going to make close to 800 to the tires.
Yeah, it's got a stock tranny and shit in it.
It's got a stock 4L60.
If you ever hook...
Well, it's got a Pro Torque converter. That's about it. I didn't even lock it up, though.
Yeah, but you have a 4L80 for it.
But
sitting back there.
I do.
With a trans brake and shit. Does mine have a trans brake? So I have a 4L80 for mine, too.
You don't need it with 400.
You're not going to use sticky tires.
No, I don't want to put sticky tires on.
I will never put sticky tires on mine.
I like my 22s.
I will leave my 22s on. Whatever it runs, it runs.
Yeah. I just it ain't that type of vehicle to me, you know. Like last night I was on my way home and I'm driving down Mustang Road and I'm minding my own business. I'm listening to fucking old school rap. I got, blaring as loud as I can, and I don't even know it, but I look over and there's like a 84 white short wide Chevy on some Weld RTSs. It's lowered, looks fucking clean as fuck. It was one of my
because they're fucking cool trucks.
It's one of my favorite bikes. I've had like fucking 12 of those trucks.
Yes.
And I'm like, damn, that truck is clean as hell. And we start playing around a little bit, and I end up getting it with him from a roll. And dude, at like 60, 70 miles an hour, fucking Wanda's completely sideways. I almost fucking lose it right down Mustang Road. And I'm like, Jesus, man, this thing's a fucking animal. And sure enough, now we know why, because it makes 640 to the fucking tires.
Because you're driving around at 640 at the tires all the time. And it's cold as fuck outside. So
and the roads are fucking cold.
And your air inlet temps with a blower are fucking 40 degrees cooler than mine.
I don't know how they did this, but somehow they made the air inlet on Shawn's Trailblazer hotter than ambient temperature.
Yeah, it was like 60 degrees in the shop the other day with the doors open and stuff. And my inlet temps were 110. How the fuck does that happen?
It's supposed to be a cold air kit.
Yes, not a hot air off the radiator and header kit. So I don't need to worry about that anymore.
Well, then I make a pull at 640 horsepower with a goddamn ProCharger. My intake air temps were 88 degrees.
I know.
Of course, I do have an F1 though.
Yes.
And I'm only making like 10 pounds.
And that's
of
what
boost
I'm going to have too, though.
with I got a 5-inch pulley on it.
Yes.
I could put a smaller pulley on it, make 30 pounds of boost.
But the inlet temps would pull all the timing down.
It's the perfect combo.
Yes.
Literally, dude. I'm having so much fun with it. But I've got a 410-inch motor back there with like square port heads.
But what do you need it for?
I guess to make 1200. I don't know. On the same,
that's so that you could put that smaller pulley on
the
it.
same 22s. That's it's worthless now. Why would I
Yes.
want another 1,000? Another 500 horsepower. But I still want to spray it and see if it'll make over 700. I know it'll make over 700. But
I think it will. I think it'll make over
it
7
makes-
easy. I think it'll make over 750 pretty easy.
If it makes 750, I got a legit 750 daily driven horsepower truck. That's fucking cool, man.
It is.
That thing gets 18 miles to the gallon and shit.
I would be cool with the 650 that you made on fucking.
No, I'm cool with that.
I call it motor.
I'm cool with that, but I got
That's
nitrous.
on motor because it's there all the time.
But-
you can't take it off.
No, you don't. It's on.
That's
there.
motor.
It's motor.
Okay.
Yeah. It's
No,
some-
that was on motor.
It was something like motor.
I didn't say it was naturally aspirated. That's motor.
It's got nitrous. We didn't use it.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm excited about that, but I got this. So I want to finish Wanda, right? I want to put a rear end in it because it's got an 8.5 10 bolt stock rear end. It's got a stock 4L60. I want to put the tranny, put the rear end in it. I want to put good. It needs brakes bad.
Yes.
I got the deals to put the big CTSV or Corvette brakes or whatever on it, so that'll be cool. It'll be a really cool truck. I want to finish it. So I got this daily, this CTSV. And that's what really started all this.
Yeah, because I felt like shit after I got out of it. Dude. Hey, you noticed like the day later I put the cam in the fucking Trailblazer.
I get this CTSV and it's bone stock. And I'm out driving it and I get on it and I'm like, what the fuck? They sell this to fucking old people?
Yeah.
What the fuck is their problem? This thing runs like 11's factory. Like, dude, it's retarded fast for a stock car.
Yes.
I was like, Sean, we got to go for a ride. So I took Sean for a ride and he's like, what the fuck? He's like, this thing is retarded.
It's out of control, dude. Nobody, just because you have money, should be able to go out and say, no. I mean, people look at that car and they go, oh, this is luxury.
Yeah.
Okay, it's luxury, but you're going to fucking hurt yourself if you've never been in a car. You turn that traction control off and you're spinning that motherfucker all over the place.
Guaranteed. I just can't imagine people giving this to their wives and people they love
Yeah.
and saying, here, drive this every day. And then they try and get in passing gear and go around somebody and hit the fucking wall.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
They're going to collect the bonus wall real quick.
As long as they got the traction control on, I feel like they'll be all right because it'll shut that bitch down. But
Not like the Trailblazer.
not like the Trailblazer. It kills the motor damn near. You almost have to pull over and fucking put it in park and start it again when the traction control hits on it.
The traction control of the Cadillac's pretty nice. It actually works. You can stay in the throttle.
It slows it
The
down.
Trailblazer is a cut off.
Yeah.
It's a traction cut is what it is.
But
I
I
tried
just
to get on the dyno. I thought I broke the rear end. I was like, well, it didn't go. Whoa.
you didn't break that 14 bolt.
I've broke one before.
You have. I remember. Yeah. Same fucking thing, man. Anyways, yeah, it just blows my fucking mind that I did so much work to that little white truck. And it's got a 408 in it. And
Yeah, square port heads.
square port heads. I
408.
did all that work. And, dude, that fucking Cadillac will rail that truck.
That's
And in my
crazy.
mind, I figured if we sprayed that fucking truck with a 100 shot, I still think it'll run a 10. And I don't know, man.
From
that
the roll,
fucking
it wouldn't have
Cadillac,
a chance.
I don't think so either.
It's crazy.
It just
dude.
blew my mind. I couldn't fucking believe because I've never been in a Cadillac before. No, I mean I've been in a Caddy before,
come on now.
but I ain't never been in no CTSV
Yeah,
before.
me neither. I didn't know it was like that either. My homeboy Shane up in St. Louis, he's got a wagon with like fucking B-locks and races and shit. I remember I was talking to him one night. I was up there, streetcar takeover or some shit. I was cruising around in Wanda trying to get races like an idiot. And I asked him, I was like, what are you going to the track for? And he's like, I'm racing in that class. I'm like, what class? Like 6-0 class. I was like, what the fuck? What do you mean 6-0 class? Like in the 8th? And he's like, yeah. I was like, God damn, that's like 940s. He's like, yeah. I was like, what are you racing? He's like, my wagon. I was like, what? Your wagon runs 6-0s in the fucking 8th? And he's like, yeah, it runs fucking 9s. I was like, how the fuck does your fucking wagon run fucking 9s in the quarter mile? Can you imagine how pissed you'd be if you were some normal kid and you worked on your S10 with a 350 or whatever the fuck it is, put a Vortec motor in your short wide, put nitrous and shit on it, did all this shit, weld the spider gears up, and go out there and get your ass kicked by some fucking kid in a wagon?
Bad though.
Bad?
Yeah, fucking bad.
Yeah. And he can put all your ex-girlfriends in it?
Because if they came with you, they ain't leaving with you.
Dude, that's just rude.
I know.
Fucking, and the Z06s and Z01s and all that shit nowadays, them motherfuckers are insane.
Yeah,
dude.
and they're heavy.
It's insane. I don't get it.
Fucking. I mean, they really are. I mean, I've heard people call them fucking the old man's Corvette. That's what they are.
Dude, it's got Brembo brakes all the way around.
No, that motherfucker will stop.
Yeah. Yeah. We did a brake exhibition right in front of the shop.
Yeah.
We were racing to the railroad tracks just like Dom.
Yeah, how far is that railroad tracks from that stop sign?
It's got to be a quarter of a mile. I used to drag there back in high school.
Well, I guarantee we was doing about 130, 140, and then we stopped before the fucking railroad tracks.
It was awesome.
Damn.
But it makes me sad because that thing it busts Wanda. You know what I mean? Because Wanda's going to blow the tires off and it's going to be gone.
Yep.
Some little old lady on her fucking phone trying to figure out how to text message while she's driving, and she's going to bust my ass.
Yep.
In a truck that makes $750 to the tire. Fuck.
I know.
It's rude.
Yeah. It's tough to swallow, man.
I've heard.
You know it is.
I've heard. Hey. All right.
Yeah.
Well, that's enough for today.
Yeah, we gotta go out here and finish fucking dynoing this.
Yeah, we're gonna go back to work in our shop.
Yeah, yeah, we are.
When Kristen's car was fucked up, I was like, "Man, she should take it to a shop."
What should we do to fix this, man? I don't know. She's gonna have to take it to a shop.
She's taking it to the shop, like a shop that actually works on cars, not like Dominic's.
And then she could bring it back and fucking would dyno it again.
We're gonna go back out here and play with our fucking trucks and shit, just like they do in fucking Fast and Furious.
Yep. I'm gonna get on the horn with Pro Charger.
Harry's.
Yeah, and Harry's. Tell them to give me 2 of the big ones.
All right. See you next Tuesday.
Yeah, we'll see y'all next Tuesday. It's been fun. We should fucking do this every week.
We should make this a weekly deal.
We should make this a weekly deal.
See ya.
Later.